unless it's a farm!
Hey everybody, Haydog here. Welcome back to another tier list, where today we're gonna discuss the Tf2 characters. Now, when I say that, I'm gonna say it as the characters I like in design and like how funny they are or how creative they are. I'm not gonna go into the gameplay like Soldier's Rocket Jump or Spy Stab Backstabbing. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna do like characteristics. So again, this isn't like game, just to put that out there. This is just my opinion on which character I like the most and which character I don't really like that at all. So yeah, we're just gonna get into it. Again, my opinion. We're gonna start with Demo Man. Now, Demo Man I really enjoy because he has a lot of good lines. He's just this crazy Scottish demo, and he's just all out there and drunk. He's the drunk man out of everyone. But like, I don't know, people have used him so much and all of his voices have been so funny to me. And honestly, like, I'm gonna put Demo in A. He's really good. He's not perfect, but he's pretty damn good. Engineer. Now, he is, for me, I do really like him, but he's got a lot of good memes about him. His voice is really funny. Very stereotypic Texan voice. But he's not really that memorable out of all of them. He's like not the super memorable one, but he's still up there because he does have some good, I guess, like voice lines. But out of really everything, I mean, his design is pretty simple, engineer, but out of it, not bad, B tier, I would say. Now, the Heavy is, I don't know, to me, is the most memorable out of everybody, like the team members. He's the most memorable out of everybody. The voice, the way, the acting of how he uses his gun, he's just super out there. And then, he's also Russian. And the Russian people are very, very memorable. But again, with like the internet, how they literally, like, Heavy was everywhere on the internet back in the day. But yeah, I have to give him S tier. Now, the Medic, the Medic's okay. I don't, like, again, for me, with games that have healing types, I am not that guy who likes healing type characters. I just think they're kind of meh, just like, oh yeah, you can heal people, but that's really it. But with Medic, it's a little different because he is like this crazy scientific German man, which is super, I don't know, unique. But like, that's mostly what I like about him, and I do like his charge thing. That's actually kind of unique to a lot of games. Like, he just charges people, and like, that's kind of cool. But other than that, I do really like his voice. But again, it's more of like NG, where not super terrible, but he's also like, I don't know. But here we got Pyro. Now, Pyro's very interesting in where he doesn't actually have voice lines. Technically he does, but they're all muffled and you actually don't hear his voice, which is, again, very unique. I do like, Pyro. He's literally just a guy with a flamethrower. But there's really not much to say about him. I do really like him just because, like, he is kind of, the internet kind of makes him this innocent guy, but, with a freaking flamethrower, But I would say he's more C tier for me, just because he doesn't really have a voice and he doesn't really do anything memorable. But yeah. Now Scout is the one that I first actually encountered way back in 2014, where he was just, I don't know, he was everywhere in animation videos like SFM, Jesus Christ. And I saw him everywhere. Like, he was there. His voice lines were very memorable. A lot of time, he got that spunk Bronx to him. He's from the Bronx, hey, And I feel like that was really funny to me. And honestly, I put him in S tier next to Heavy. Now, Sniper's a hard one because I really like Sniper, just because the accent and just the way he says things and his quotes are really funny. And I don't know, he's just a regular sniper, but I feel like he has a lot of personality to him. But that's really all there is. Not really much, like, he is very memorable to me. But again, he's more like cool. So I'll put him in like A tier, but like not really that great. Not the best, I would say. Soldier is great character. Rest in peace, Rick May. I really think he did a good job with just like I putting the heart and soul of America right there. That was just the most American character I've ever had at that time. It was just so funny, Soldier's just really an out-of-there character. Very weird, says the most weirdest shit, and it's just like, that's just the guy I really like. And honestly, he really is super memorable just because of that. Even if Rick May was still with us, he still would be S tier. I don't care. Soldier is really good. Now, Spy's a difficult one because I like Spy, and there's also a lot of people who hate Spy just because, backstabbing and all that. But, again, we're not talking much about the gameplay. I do like that his very unique kind of skill is if you backstab someone, they go down in one hit, and that's mostly his half of it. That's all his gameplay is just backstabbing people and disguising people, which is kind of cool. I would say is disguising as other characters is kind of cool. Nowadays we see it a lot, Among Us, and disguising as the enemy and infiltrating a base. It's very common, but back then it's very unique game style. And he was another guy that was very memorable and everywhere on SFM animations. But he just barely gets out of S. I think he's an A. I think he's really great. But that's all I could really say about him. But again, this is my opinion. So, comment who do you think is S tier out of everybody? Who is your favorite character out of all of these beautiful murderous mercenaries? And hopefully you guys liked it. Like, comment, and subscribe. See ya!